story I'm gonna tell to you is inspired because I just saw my good friend Bolakada. Can you say Bolakada? Bolakada. Bolakada is from Guinea, West Africa. And he made me this great big drum. And I taught him how to drive and how to sew. And he is from West Africa. And so I thought that we'd start today with an African tale because I got to see him today and I hadn't seen him in 2 years, and I'm very, very happy. So this is the story of why the sky is far away. Are you ready? All right. So a long, long time ago, the sky was really, really close. So close that you could touch it. And whenever someone got hungry, well, all they had to do was reach up to the sky, cut a piece of it, and eat it. For real, that's how we fed ourselves. We didn't have to work a bit for our food. No planting of seeds, no dancing for rain, no pulling weeds, nothing. And so what did you do when you got hungry? You reached up and cut a piece. Well, in the village where everyone was eating sky, they weren't being very thoughtful about how much sky they were cutting. They weren't using their brains. And so when they cut a piece, they cut more than they needed or wanted. And so after they ate what they wanted, they would toss that piece of sky into the garbage heap. Now eventually the sky looked down and saw himself in garbage over and over that he finally boomed down, and boom, he did. He said, "Oboe!" Can you say oboe with me? Oboe! Yeah, we're the sky. We're getting to boom down. And Oba is the king of the village. That's what that word means. And the sky yelled down, "Oba, you and your people have not been respecting me. I look in every garbage heap in the village, and there I am. This is not okay. So I'm gonna warn you. Tell everyone in the village and outside of the village not to waste me. For if you waste me again, I will go far, far away." So the king, the Oba, he sent messengers that away and this away and that away and this away and that away and this away, every which way you can imagine, to tell every single person to not waste any more sky. Well, the people, they heard it. They did hear it. And they didn't waste the sky for many, many, many days. Now soon came a big festival, a big party, and it lasted an entire week, and all the village came together. And they carved food into beautiful things. They made dances up. They practiced their drumming. They did everything to prepare for this party. Now it was the final day of the whole week long of partying. Can you make a little like, yup, yup? Yeah, you're at the party and it's the last night of it. And everyone is there, kids, parents, everyone. The Oba himself, he even comes out and does a dance. It is a big time. Well, the party gets done, it's over, and everyone goes home. And there at that big party was a family. And the mom and the dad were there, and all of their children. Now the mama's name is Adela, and the husband's name is Otolo. And you know, Miss Adela, she loved that party so much that she wanted it to happen again. Now the party was done. The festival was done. There was no more party, but still she wanted. So she got an idea. Oh, I'll just cut a piece of sky and eat it. Oh, and It'll relive the memory of the party, and I'll be back there in my mind. So she reached up to the sky, and she cut a piece, and she started to eat. She was full, and she still had a big piece of the sky left in her hand. So she woke up her husband. Otolo, wake up, wake up. I need you to help me eat the rest of the sky. So he had a few bites, but he had been at the party too, and he was pretty full too, but he ate what he could. He couldn't eat anymore. So she woke up all of her children, 12 of them. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. I need your help. I cut too much sky and I can't finish it. Oh, her children had been at the party too. And what were they? They were full too. Oh no. I know. Mom cut too much. And they were full too, and she still had this piece of sky. So she went across the village and she knocked on everyone's door. And people opened their door and they were like, what can we do for you? She's like, I cut too much sky, I don't know what to do. I can't eat it, but they were all full too. So she went back to her house. And in her foolishness, she took that piece of sky, she went to the window, and she tossed it in the garbage heap. Now the second that piece of sky hit the ground, the sky knew, and the sky boomed down again and said, Oba! Who's the Oba?
Oba.
The king. We can do it all together again. Ready? Oba! I know we're in a library. It's fun to get loud every once in a while in a library. I do confess, it's one of my favorites. You and your people did not listen to me. You did pretty good for a while there, but now I'm back in the garbage. And when the sun comes up, I'm gonna be far, far away. And so everyone in the village stayed up all night and they watched the sun come up. And when the sun was up and they looked up, wow, the sky was really far away. Really far away. Not even on tiptoes could you reach it. And so from that point on, we as humans have had to work for our food. We've had to plow and work hard to grow food, and we don't want the sky to go any further, do we? No way. No way. So let's use every bit that we take, okay? And I think the sky will stay right where it is. And that's the story from Nigeria of why the sky is far away. All right, we have time for one more. And this is based on a story by Eve Bunting called Little Bear's Little Boat. This is a fun one. Once there was a little bear. And Little Bear lived by a lake. And he and his mama bear went out by the lake, and out there was a big bear and a boat. And that little bear, thought that was the coolest thing. That big bear would fish from it and lay back and nap out there on the blue, blue water. And Little Bear decided, that seemed like a really good idea. When Big Bear came off of the lake, he got to Little Bear. He said, Little Bear, this boat I've outgrown. This is my last day in this boat. I will give you this boat, but you have to promise me something. As you grow bigger and bigger and bigger, one day you're gonna outgrow this boat and you're gonna need to give it away. Well, Little Bear said, of course I'll do that. And so Little Bear, he rode out on that blue, blue water, and he floated on that beautiful lake, and he fished, and he took naps. And Little Bear grew. He grew bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until one day out on that boat, he got in it and he was too big. He fell out of it. So he had remembered his promise to the other bear. And what was that promise? To give that bear. That's right, to give it away. And so, that's right, he got too big for it. So he asked Blue Heron on the lake, hey, Blue Heron, you seen any little bears recently? Blue Heron said, no. He saw Otter, said, Otter, have you seen any little bears recently? Said, no. He saw Crow, and Crow said, I did see a little bear with his mother on the other side of the lake picking berries. You should try over there. So Bear walked over there, and there was a new little bear. And he said, I've got a boat for you, but you have to promise me when you get too big, because you're gonna grow, and you're gonna grow bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And when you get too big, you gotta give that boat away. The little bear agreed. And so that little bear, he rode out on that blue, blue water, and he fished and he took naps. And Bear watched him and said, wow, that's a really good thing I did. And then Bear got to work on a new boat and made it just the right size for him. And that's the story of Little Bear's Little Boat. I thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for listening, and we've got a few more tellers for you.